The Amazon is deceptive. From the air, it looks like a soft, green carpet. From the ground, it is a war zone. Fawcett's plan was audacious. He intended to traverse a region known as the Mato Grosso, an area virtually unexplored by white men. The terrain was brutal. The heat was a physical weight, pressing down on their shoulders. The humidity turned the air into soup. Every step was a battle against vines that sought to trip them and thorns that sought to tear their skin. But the jungle's weapons were not just physical, they were psychological. The noise of the Amazon is incessant. The screaming of howler monkeys, the buzzing of millions of insects, the sudden, cracking sound of falling timber. It is a cacophony that never sleeps. And yet, beneath the noise, there is a profound, watching silence. You are never alone in the jungle. Thousands of eyes are upon you. Fawcett, Jack, and Raleigh moved efficiently at first. They crossed the River of Death, a place infamous for its violent encounters with indigenous tribes. Fawcett was a man of peace when it comes to the tribes. He believed in respect and patience. He famously ordered his men never to fire their guns, even if attacked. "If we die," he said, "we die, but we do not kill." On May 29, 1925, the trio reached a location Fawcett named Dead Horse Camp. It was here, years earlier, that his horse had died of exhaustion. It was the edge of the known world. Beyond this point, there were no trails. There were no guides. There was only the Z. Here, Fawcett wrote his final dispatch to his wife, Nina. The letter is a masterpiece of stoicism and optimism, yet looking back, it reads like a chilling epitaph. Our two guides go back from here. They are more and more nervous as we push further into the Indian country, he wrote. And then, his famous final line, "You need have no fear of any failure." He handed the letter to the guides, who turned back towards civilization. Fawcett, Jack, and Raleigh turned their backs on the world and stepped into the dense foliage. The leaves closed behind them like a curtain. That was the last time anyone ever saw or heard from Colonel Percy Fawcett.
There are places on this Brazilian city of Cuiabá. They walked into the tree lane, heads held high, rifles over their shoulders. The world watched with bated breath. Newspapers in London and New York printed daily updates. Fawcett was a celebrity, a hero. Everyone expected him to emerge a year later, holding the keys to history. They did not know that they were watching a funeral procession.
1 year passed, then 2. Silence. The Royal Geographical Society in London grew anxious. Fawcett had said he might be gone for 2 years, but he was a man of precise habits. The total lack of contact was alarming. By 1928, the world realized that the impossible had happened. The invincible colonel was lost, and thus began one of the greatest manhunts in history. It is estimated that in the decades following Fawcett's disappearance, over 100 rescuers died trying to find him. They died of malaria, of starvation, of accidents, and at the hands of hostile tribes. The jungle was claiming them, one by one, a sacrifice to the mystery of Z. What happened to the three men? The theories range from the plausible to the fantastical. Theory 1, the Kalapalo tribe. Years later, oral histories from the Kalapalo people emerged. They spoke of three white men who had passed through their lands. They said the older man was kind, but the younger ones were lame and sick. Raleigh Rimmel had been suffering from a severely infected foot, possibly gangrene, caused by tick bites. The Kalapalo warned them not to go east, into the territory of the fierce Indians, likely the Suya or the Zavant. The story goes that Fawcett ignored the warning. The tribesmen saw the smoke from their campfire for 5 days. On the 5th day, the smoke stopped. Theory 2, madness and murder. Some suggested that the psychological strain broke them. Raleigh was in agony, slowing them down. Did the iron-willed Fawcett, obsessed with his goal, refuse to stop? Did a conflict arise between the father, the son, and the friend? In the claustrophobic heat of the jungle, the mind can fracture. A simple argument over water or direction can turn fatal. Theory 3, the White God. This is the most romantic and perhaps the most tragic of the legends. Rumors drifted out of the jungle for years that Fawcett had not died, that he had found his city, that he had lost his memory, or perhaps chosen to stay, living as a chieftain or a prisoner among the tribes. People reported seeing a white man with a beard deep in the forest. But these were likely just echoes of hope, the refusal to accept that the hero was mortal. But the jungle does not give up its dead easily. It digests them. It breaks down bone and cloth and leather until nothing remains but the earth itself.
The mystery of Percy Fawcett is not just about a missing man. It is about the clash between the modern world and the ancient wild. Fawcett represented the arrogance of the 20th century, the belief that with a compass, a rifle, and British grit, man could conquer nature. The Amazon showed him that nature does not care about your grit. In 1996, a Brazilian expedition made a startling discovery. They found a signet ring. It was not found in a city of gold. It was found in the mud of a trading post, having passed through dozens of hands. The ring belonged to Percy Fawcett. It was his family seal. How did it get there? Was it traded for food? Was it taken from his dead finger as a trophy? Or did he leave it behind as a breadcrumb, a final clue that led nowhere? The ring is a tangible piece of the ghost. It proves he was there. It proves he walked into the abyss. But it does not tell us how he died. Did he die looking at the stars, dreaming of Z? Did he die in pain, feverish and delirious, regretting the ambition that brought his son to this green grave? Or did he die violently, under the clubs and arrows of a tribe defending their home from intruders? There is a haunting irony in Fawcett's story. In recent years, modern technology, LiDAR scanning and satellite imagery, has begun to strip away the jungle's canopy. And what have we found? We have found the remains of massive earthworks, geometric roads, evidence of large, settled populations in the very regions where Fawcett was searching. The city of Z was not a fantasy. It was real. The civilization he dreamed of, the Kahiku complex, existed. He was right. He walked to his death pursuing a truth that the world denied, only to be vindicated a century too late. Today, the Mato Grosso is changing. The forests are burning, cleared for cattle ranches and soy farms. The mystery is being paved over. But there are still deep, dark pockets where the sun does not reach the ground. If you listen closely to the wind rustling through the palm leaves, you might hear the echo of a boot step. You might hear the scratch of a pen on a journal. Percy Fawcett entered the history books not by what he found, but by becoming lost. He became a part of the mythology he sought. He is no longer just an explorer. He is the spirit of the unknown. He is the reminder that there are still corners of this planet that defy us. History is usually a collection of dates and facts, but sometimes history is a question mark. It is a silhouette walking into the tree line, never to be seen again. The Amazon keeps its secrets. It swallowed the city of Z for 500 years, and it swallowed Percy Fawcett forever. As you sit here, safe in the glow of your screen, remember him. Remember the man who walked off the edge of the map. And ask yourself, would you have turned back? Or would you, like him, have taken one more step into the green silence? Driven by the seductive whisper of the unknown, this is Whispered Myths. Some stories don't have an ending. They just fade into the jungle. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, do not forget to like and subscribe. The past is vast, and we have many more secrets to uncover. Until next time, keep listening to the whispers.